Dear Taurus, there is a profound exhaustion you've been carrying, a weariness that has settled not just in your bones, but deep within your soul. It's not the fatigue of a hard day's work. No, this is something far more intimate. It is the silent, heavy toll of holding everything together for so long, of being the rock, the fortress, the unwavering constant, while inside, a part of you has been quietly crumbling. You've pushed yourself, mentally and emotionally, trying to force a reality into being a relationship, a financial outcome, a sense of peace that simply was not aligned with your truth. And now, the resistance is finally beginning to fade. Can you feel it? It's like a long, slow exhale you didn't even realize you were holding. This is not a sign of defeat, dear Taurus. It is a divine surrender. The universe has been trying to get your attention through a series of delays, through moments of emotional fog that felt like setbacks. But you must understand, those moments were never a punishment. They were a protection. They were the universe gently, yet firmly, closing a door on a cycle of emotional scarcity you have endured for far too long, so that you might finally turn and see the one that is creaking open. This is not an ending. It is a homecoming. So, before we step through that door together, take a quiet moment to honor this shift. Acknowledge the journey that has brought you to this very point. If this message already resonates in that still place within you, show your commitment to this new beginning. Like this video, subscribe to our shared space, and share your thoughts below. Let's create a current of intention together by affirming in the comments, "I am ready to receive the clarity I deserve." Stay with me until the end, because the final pieces of this puzzle are where your true power will be revealed. You see, for so long, you've been disconnected from your higher self, and you've mistaken that disconnection for a personal failing. You've been questioning your decisions, feeling overly critical of where you stand, spiraling in a quiet narrative of self-doubt. But what if I told you that voice of criticism was never yours to begin with? It was a ghost, an echo of past experiences where your worth was measured by your stability, not by your authenticity. Today, that changes. Today begins with the potent, undeniable energy of the magician. This isn't just a card. It is a mirror reflecting the immense power you are reclaiming. You are, at this very moment, building a magical portal with your mind, your focus, your intention. But this isn't some abstract spiritual concept. This is a doorway to tangible, real-world change, to the abundance you've yearned for. The love you've felt was just out of reach, and the profound emotional healing that will become the new foundation of your life. The universe is responding not to your struggle, but to your emerging clarity. So, speak your intentions into the silence. Claim what you desire, not with aggression, but with the quiet confidence of someone who finally remembers their own creative power. You are not just hoping for a new reality, Taurus. You are actively composing it, and as you step into this newfound power, you realize you are no longer walking this path alone. The energy of the Six of Pentacles is flowing into your life, symbolizing generosity, balance, and a support system that feels almost divinely orchestrated. Perhaps you've grown so accustomed to being the giver, the provider, the one who shoulders every burden, that the very idea of receiving feels foreign, almost uncomfortable. You learned long ago that self-reliance was your greatest shield. But that shield, while it kept you safe, also kept you isolated. Now, someone is entering your sphere, or perhaps is already there, waiting to be seen, who is here to restore balance. This could manifest as financial assistance, yes, but look deeper. It could be emotional support from a mentor, a friend whose wisdom steadies you, or a partner who offers a safe harbor for your heart. Do not dismiss this, Taurus. This person is not a coincidence. They are a reward for your resilience through seasons of scarcity. They are the universe's way of saying, you have proven your strength. Now, let me show you the beauty of support. For so long, you've believed you had to do it all yourself. That belief is now dissolving. Allow yourself to receive. It is not a sign of weakness, it is an act of profound self-love. This leads us to the heart of the matter, to the energy that is stirring most powerfully within you right now. It is the energy of the lovers. But I want you to release the conventional understanding of this card for a moment. This isn't about a fleeting romance or a simple attraction. No. What is coming toward you is a connection rooted in destiny, a soul recognition so deep it will feel like you've known this person across lifetimes. The chemistry will be undeniable, but beneath it, there is something more sacred at play, a profound healing. This is the kind of love that doesn't demand you to be anything other than what you are. It's a connection that sees the fortress you've built around your heart and doesn't try to tear it down, but rather gently shows you that it's safe to lower the drawbridge. Pay attention to the unspoken language between you, the shared laughter that feels like a secret language, the eye contact that holds more than words ever could, the comfortable silence where you feel utterly and completely seen. You may have believed that a love this pure, this validating, was a fantasy. You may have convinced yourself that relationships were about compromise, about practicality, about dimming your own light just enough to fit into someone else's world. But the star card is appearing alongside the lovers, and it is a beacon of celestial alignment, a promise from the cosmos itself. You are not just finding love, you are receiving a divine gift designed to uplift your very soul. This connection is different. It is spiritual, almost otherworldly. It is meant to remind you of your own divine nature. Stay open to your intuition, Taurus. It is your most reliable guide through this period. Expect symbolic dreams that leave you with a feeling of peace, chance encounters that feel fated, and a deep inner knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. This connection is not here to complete you, because you are already whole. It is here to reflect the beauty and wholeness you are finally beginning to recognize within yourself. And if you have any doubt, if that old voice of fear begins to whisper that this is too good to be true, the wheel of fortune turns, confirming that divine timing is at play. You are consciously moving out of an old, painful cycle, a cycle of confusion, of settling, of quiet heartbreak, and into a new chapter filled with astonishing opportunity and deep emotional fulfillment. But this great wheel has one condition. You must be willing to break with the past. This means releasing the ghosts of past relationships, the lingering negativity of self-doubt, and the deeply ingrained belief that you are not worthy of this kind of joy. The wheel is turning in your favor, but you must have the courage to let go of the old shoreline to be carried toward this new destination. Every time you choose not to engage with an old fear, every time you choose to believe in this new possibility, you give the wheel another conscious push in the direction of your highest good. As this transformation unfolds, you will notice something remarkable shifting within you. The energy of the Emperor is rising. This card highlights your profound evolution. For so long, you may have molded yourself to fit the expectations of others. You became the reliable one, the patient one, the one who never made waves. You adapted, but that era is over. You are stepping into your sovereign power now, commanding respect not through force, but through a quiet, unshakable sense of self-worth. You are setting boundaries with grace and attracting success by simply being your most authentic self. The dynamic has shifted. It is no longer about you adapting to the world. It is about the world rising to meet the new frequency you are emitting. This is the divine masculine energy of creation, leadership, and unwavering integrity. If you have been feeling shy, insecure, or hesitant to take up space, that version of you is gently dissolving. You are no longer asking for permission to be powerful. You are simply being it. Now, let's talk about how this profound inner shift is mirrored in the different areas of your life. Because this is not just happening in your mind. It is transforming everything. In the realm of your finances, this is a moment of significant change. The Six of Pentacles, as we discussed, points to receiving support, but it's also about your relationship with abundance itself. You are emerging from a cycle of scarcity, a mindset where you felt you always had to struggle, to save, to prepare for the worst. That struggle taught you wisdom, yes, but it also built a wall around you, preventing true prosperity from flowing in. The Wheel of Fortune, turning in your favor, is karma balancing itself. You have paid your dues, Taurus. You have worked hard, you have persevered, and now abundance is ready to flow to you with greater ease. But remember, abundance is more than just money. It is a wealth of ideas, of collaborative opportunities, of perfect timing. That magical portal of the magician is a metaphor for this change in your mindset. When you begin to truly believe that wealth is not only possible, but is your birthright, you start acting in ways that invite it in. Be alert to unexpected offers or ideas that seem to come out of nowhere. There might be a tendency to hesitate, to overthink, to fall back on old fears of loss. This is natural, but do not allow the ghost of your past scarcity to sabotage the blessings of your present. The Emperor energy empowers you to make solid, confident, financial decisions. Use this authority wisely. This is also a time to embrace generosity. As you begin to receive, share your blessings, whether it's your time, your knowledge, or your resources. Generosity is not an expense. It is an energetic investment that multiplies your fortune. When it comes to your health, this inner transformation has a powerful physical echo. If you've been feeling a sense of lethargy, a fullness that you can't quite explain, look at it through this new lens. Perhaps you have felt some swelling in your extremities, a physical manifestation of emotional stagnation. Your body is telling you that energy needs to move. The old advice would be to simply eat diuretic foods or exercise more. But the deeper truth, Taurus, is that you must release the emotional toxins you've been holding on to. Every time you choose to forgive, every time you release a worry, every time you speak your truth instead of swallowing it, you are cleansing your system on a cellular level. Pay attention to the small changes in your body. They are a direct reflection of your emotional state. The exhaustion you've been feeling isn't just from your routine. It is the soul, weariness of carrying burdens that were never yours to begin with. As you let them go, you will feel a new vitality, a lightness, a sense of energy returning that has nothing to do with sleep and everything to do with liberation. In your work and career, you are learning to navigate situations with the wisdom of the Emperor. You may face scenarios where results feel subjective, where your vision clashes with the opinions of colleagues or superiors. In the past, you might have silenced yourself to keep the peace. You might have accepted things you didn't agree with to maintain the status quo. Not anymore. Your criticism must be constructive. Yes, and your approach mature. But you are no longer willing to sacrifice your integrity for the sake of harmony. If you are seeking new work, Your luck is enhanced by your willingness to explore entirely new avenues. You have talents you have never even considered. Stay open. You might need to take a short course or learn a new skill, but you will be astonished at how quickly you adapt when you are aligned with your true purpose. You are no longer fitting yourself into a job, you are finding a calling that fits you. Now, let's return to the landscape of the heart. If you are in a relationship, you must accept that you and your partner will have different opinions. For a Taurus who craves stability and harmony, this can sometimes feel like a threat, but diversity is what will keep your relationship alive and vibrant. You are learning to see disagreements not as cracks in the foundation, but as opportunities for deeper understanding. Train yourself to listen without immediately becoming defensive. You may have overreacted in the past, mistaking a different perspective for a personal attack. That pattern is healing now. Address issues with a natural calm. You will discover that your partner's point of view can expand your own world in beautiful ways. Love, you are remembering, truly does conquer all. If you are single, it is time to re-engage with the world. You have been putting your own joy on the back burner, perhaps believing you needed to have everything else figured out first. That is the illusion of the old self. The time to live is now. Reconnect with friends, pursue hobbies that light you up, and meet new people. Having a good time is not a frivolous distraction. It is a sacred act of self-care. It raises your vibration and makes you a magnet for the very connections you seek. And remember, having a good time can be anything that nourishes your soul, from watching your favorite series at home to having a deep, late-night chat with someone who truly understands you. Finally, in your family life, a great peace is descending. If there has been tension, that cycle is ending. The energy is softening, making way for genuine harmony. Conversations that once built walls will now build bridges. Invest energy in your home. Make it a sacred sanctuary that reflects the peace you are cultivating within. If figures from your emotional past reappear, be clear about your boundaries. The past belongs in the past so that you can fully embrace the love that is present in your now. The star shining over this area promises healing, but it requires forgiveness for others, and most importantly, for yourself. Dear Taurus, you are not just having a good day, you are undergoing a fundamental energetic realignment. The surprise gifts and gestures of appreciation you receive are simply the outer world reflecting the love you are finally giving to yourself. Your stubbornness, which you once mistook for strength, is softening into a gentle resolve. You are learning to ask for help, not because you are weak, but because you are wise enough to know you don't have to carry the world alone. What is breaking, dear one, is not you. What is shattering is the invisible cage you mistook for a home. The lie that your value was tied to your stability. The belief that you had to be a fortress to be loved. Look at all you have accomplished while carrying so much. Now, imagine what you will create without that weight. True power, Taurus, lies not in resistance, but in surrender, in embracing your feelings, in choosing to trust again, even when you're scared. Because on the other side of that fear lies everything you have ever truly been seeking. A new life is beginning to blossom. It may not be perfect, but it will be real. It will be honest, and it will be gloriously, authentically yours.